My name is Tini Artmage, and in this video series I will be going over what in my opinion goes into making a good character design, Vtuber lore and Vtuber branding. In this video I will focus mostly on the brainstorming and Vtuber branding phases before getting or making a Vtuber model. In the next video I will focus on how to make a good Vtuber design based on the brand image that we create on this one. In the last video of the series I will concentrate on why Vtuber lore can be important and how to create one for yourself. So, let's start with the brainstorming phase. So first, think about what kind of content do you want to make in the internet. Do you want to do art-related videos, cooking videos, or gaming videos? Make a list of the content that you want to produce. I think that this can impact a lot how your character will look like. Secondly, think what kind of connection do you have to the content that you make. For example, I find it very interesting to hear real doctors' opinions about doctor-related TV series or hear dog training tips from an actual dog trainer. I, for example, love to draw on my free time, so I make content based on my hobby. Lastly, think what kind of audience do you want to reach with your content. If your character has the look of a monster, it might not look that appealing to people who are aiming to find relaxing type of content. Or on the contrary, maybe a soft character might not be that appealing for an audience that is looking for horror stuff. Next, let's go to the branding. So, in this series, I will be making a new character based on the tips that I'm teaching you, so that you can follow along if you want. So let's start with the theme. So firstly, choose the theme for your character. Or actually, in this case, choose 3. You can pick from this list down here, or you can open your phone and check what kind of emojis you have in your keyboard. So pick 3 things that portray either you or the character that you want to make. For our example character, I want to go with the themes of a bee, a queen, and a cookie. Let's go to the next step, which is making a mind map based on these keywords that you chose in the previous step. So here we can see if there's any overlapping themes. And here you can see that there's this queen bee, which will be now our base for the character. You can also check if there's any other ways that you can combine these different themes together, and that can help with the character design later on. Next, let's name our character. So, I think that the name should have a connection to the themes and to the content that you want to produce. I kind of assume that if the name has cooking-related terms in it, it will pop up in the search results more often if the people look for cooking-related content. For this reason, I went with this name, Honey Cookie. I also think that it sounds really good. Also, remember to check if the name is available in all the social media platforms that you would like to use. I think that it's much more easier for people to find you with your Vtuber name than with a nickname that could have maybe numbers or long words in it. Let's go to the next step, which is creating a slogan. Or in Vtuber terms, this is often making a greeting or ending of some kind. For our example character, Honey Cookie, I think that the compact way to remember her is the baking queen bee. And she is the baker of the most delicious cookie of the internet. An interesting ending for her could be bye bee. I think that puns work really well as slogans. It's something that is very easy to remember. Next, let's go to the color palette. So I think that in the beginning it's very good to just have few colors in your character design. And later on add more if you need. For our example character, I went with a lot of yellows and browns. I think that it suits very well the food theme as well as the bee design. If you struggle to find a color palette, you can Google for color palette websites. There you can find a lot of interesting and exciting color palettes where the colors look for sure good together. Next, let's go to the logo and the font. So I went with this kind of font for our example character. I think that it looks very nice and inviting. And for the logo, I want to have some kind of cookie in it. In this step, make sure that you have a license for the font that allows the use for social media, and if you want to make any alterations, it's okay in the license. Those were still kind of raw things, and here in the front image stage we can see how everything comes together. Let's take a closer look. So here you can see that I made little alterations on the font. I made it look like someone took little pieces out of it, just like from a cookie. And for the logo, I wanted to have her name go around the cookie design. I also added a little crown on it, since she is the queen bee. Also in this step, I checked that all the colors look really nice together, and I think that in this case they do. They look very pleasant. Let's go to the conclusion and the final thoughts. So here, you can see all the steps of making a Vtuber brand. What do you think? Was this video helpful for you? Do you have a brand for your own character? Thank you for watching this video and see you soon. Bye!